Hello everyone and welcome back to Cantabria Infinita. Now today we've got one field that needs to be cultivated, however maybe it doesn't need it anymore. We've got one field ready to be drilled, that's field 5. Field 4 is, we could plant it already, but we're not going to seed it. What we're going to do instead, well to start with, is to take this mission. This is 18,000 euros. That is a lot. That should say euros. Let me just quickly change that. That's better. It now says euros. So we have got fertilizer in the tank there. I think, yes, we do have fertilizer left here as well. So we're going to start with that job, I think. Now, because we're so close to the yard here, we're not actually going to bother refilling the fertilizer just yet, because it's really not a long distance to go for us to refill. This is a massive field, like really big. I should put that time up. Yeah, it is a rather large field, but I don't think it's going to be a big deal. I think we can do it. I think we can cope, even with our little sprayer. It should be no problem at all. I mean, our little sprayer still has a pretty good working width, let's be honest. The only thing is, I'm going to struggle to see where I've been, I think. I might end up doing most of this like that. Yeah, almost no difference. That's going to be tricky. That's going to be very tricky. Okay, so on second thoughts then, let's stop. And we will set up a course instead. And we'll get the worker to do this field for us. It's not a big deal. The worker's going to get on with it quite easily. Not going to have any problems working with 18 yet, that's right. We just have to keep an eye on him because, oh look, he says he's starting right from here. Yeah, we just have to keep an eye on him, because we don't want him using more fertilizer than he actually needs to. So start course at first waypoint. And now, off you pop. Okay, so that's going to take him 37 minutes apparently. That's not bad. So, here we are at the shop. We are going to be selling our seeder because it's just too small. However, I don't want to buy a new one, not yet. I've been having a look. This guy is 300 horsepower, 320, 230. Our big old tractor, the Puma, is 270. So I think we're better off with this. This has got a 12 meter working width, no fertilizer, but it can do direct drilling, and it's got a 6,000 litre hopper. That is still a very good amount. So I think we're going to get that. And we're going to get it on a lease. Because we're not going to use it that much. The per day cost is not that high in comparison to the amount of money we're currently making on this farm. The money we're making from silage is ticking us over rather nicely. So we will get up to the farm, and then we're going to get a field of wheat drilled. Here we are then, back at the yard. So we're going to get a couple of bags of seed out. I'm pretty certain we have seed. Can I pull that by hand? No. Right. Where is the Fiat? We need the Fiat. Here we go. Let's go grab some of those bags. We will need the Bresson lathe for this, which currently has 261 litres of seed. Okay. Now, I don't know where we refill this guy. is there a cover? Ah, there's the cover. Yeah. So we can actually put this straight in. I think we can. It's going to be tricky because we've got to make it over the top of those tines. But there we go. So it wasn't much, but it was enough to just, you know, empty things out a little. And grab one of those bags out of here. In fact, what I could do is just refill directly from the bags. It's taking it from every bag except the one at the front. Kind of weird. Very, very weird. That was close. Almost smashed my own tractor. I think we're going to be better off this time going from here. However, this is... Nope. That's not the better way of doing it. This is very, very heavy. You can see how we're bouncing, because I haven't... Oh, smashed into the trailer, not good. Yes, I haven't actually put the weight on the back like I normally would. That's better. So this guy, I think it said had a 6,000 litre hopper. But I'm fairly certain this is going to keep us going. Whoa! Smashing up the new equipment. Always good to do. Let's just park this guy by here before I break anything else. And get him covered up again. We will reverse ourselves into the shed. Just so we can turn around. Because this yard is fairly tight for the purposes of rather large machinery. Now, field 5 is what's going to have wheat. That's the field we cultivated last time. And this is not going to be done by a worker. This is actually going to be done by me. Which means we're probably going to have to time lapse. But 12 meter working width is very, very nice. And this tractor should have no problem. Going uphill might cause a slight issue, but nothing major, I don't think. So let's turn him on, drop him down. And away we go. So this is our wheat going into the field. This is, of course, going to be available for us to harvest in, I think, end of spring. We double check while I'm going straight. No, start of summer. It will be available to harvest. Perfect. Perfect for what we're doing. And it means this field is one less thing to worry about. Obviously, we'll still have to get the other fields planted with canola, but as this is a direct drill, we can now do field 4 straight away. And field 1, which is the other field, I am actually going to cultivate that first. Let's just get rid of that map. I'm going to cultivate it first because I want to cultivate the whatever it's called, oilseed. Oilseed? Oh, for goodness sake, what's that stuff called that I put in there? Oilseed radish. I want to cultivate that oilseed radish in. I don't just want to direct drill it in. I don't think that's the best way to do this. Oh, look at that, we do have a boom, a ridge marker. That's good. I like ridge markers. I've started using them. If you're watching my Charwell series, you will have noticed that I've started actually using the ridge markers, and they do make life easier. I always thought they were rubbish and just got in the way, but I've realised that, especially if you're doing first-person view, which I'll show you in a moment, the ridge markers make things a lot more simple. This tractor's going to need refueling soon as well. And a bit of a repair. Like I said, he's struggling up the hill. I did expect this, that he'd struggle going uphill. But we're still doing 10, 11 kilometers an hour. Oh, we just dipped to 9, okay. We're still doing pretty well though. And you'll notice I've left a gap at the end, which is a gap big enough for us to do a headland. There we go. So lift that up. Get the ridge markers folded away. I think I might need to back up a little here. That's the main reason for the headland, to be honest. That turn is very, very tight. So, if we go into first person view, we can just back ourselves up to get straight. There we go. And now, if there was a little bit less glare, you would be able to see, I think it's going to come out that side first. There we go. That's the ridge marker out of there. Let's pop it down. And I can now follow this line perfectly. And that will make sure there is a small overlap and I am not missing a single bit. And that just makes life very, very easy. Now I know I haven't bought this seeder, and you might be wondering why I didn't just buy it. I could afford it. I want to still buy industry. Now that we're doing so well with the pigs, I'm thinking of maybe going down the route of the slaughterhouse and the drying, the meat drying production. But in order to do that, we're going to need money to buy it. I want to limit the amount of money we take from the bank, because we are going to have to take some from the bank in order to do this. I don't think we're going to be able to afford to buy those 2 industries in cash. There we go. So that's the ridge marker folded. We can now just get ourselves back into position. Go. Get the ridge marker out again, drop it all down, and away we go. So I think that's probably enough of you listening to me ramble. Now is a good time for me to go into a time lapse, I think, which means we'll go out of this view. I will continue with this, and I'll see you when the field is fully seeded with wheat.
When there's complications, you withdraw and leave me to be. When there's a problem, you become like a wall. And every time I trip, it's a free fall. Why don't you help me the way I help you? You don't have to save me, just be my parachute. When I'm feeling down, you're just not there, making sure I'm okay. Why don't you help me the way I help you?
Okay, so we are basically done. There is a small section to the left of us that is just not going to be picked up by the SEEDER, but that's not a big deal. I'm not worried about that, to be honest. So we'll just finish this run, and then we've got a couple of headlands that we need to cover. There we go. So what we'll do, turn this guy off just to save a bit of fuel. We will run down to the other end of the field. Should really try to avoid driving across the newly seeded areas, but Farming Simulator doesn't need that much realism, it seems. So we can do this. So there we go. Let's back up. Of course, we do want to be covering the entire field edge. That is the entire point of doing this. So I'm going to go into outside view as well, just so we can be 100% sure that this is done correctly. There we go. So, leaving no section unseeded. That is the idea. Because this wheat is probably going to be something we sell. The straw almost certainly will be something that we use. Because we are going to need straw for the pigs the following winter. This winter, I think we've got enough straw. I'm fairly confident in the amount of straw we have. Which, I don't even remember where we got that from. Oh, the millet field, of course. The millet field gave us a bit of straw, which was very nice of it. There we go. So that's that bit done. We'll get this section here finished. Which does mean, unfortunately, seeding over the top of what we've seeded, but c'est la vie. And we've used a fair amount of seed as well doing this. More than I thought we would. And yeah, I'm a bit concerned about the power of the tractor. I think when we do field 4, the field on the left of us, the previous cornfield, we'll have to repair the tractor beforehand and see if it performs better. Because that field is unfortunately on 2 slopes, you can see it here. The slope going down directly the way I'm looking now, and one going uphill the same way that we have here. So that's not going to be good if he can't handle the hills. So I think a little trip to the shop to have a repair will be good, because we don't actually have anywhere up here to do any repairing, which is unfortunate. We could put one in, but we just don't have that much room. I don't know where I would put something like that. And the worker did not finish. He ran out of seed. So we do need to go and refill him. And I'm hoping we're going to get a harvest contract soon for one of these many, many potato or sugar beet plants that we've got around. There are a lot of fields around here with potatoes and sugar beet, and I would like to do one of them as a harvest mission. But as of right now, there is nothing available. There we go. And we'll finish that field off in a rather clever way. Well, I say it's clever, you might say it's stupid. at that! We can fit ourselves through the entrance gateway. So, let's get this guy folded up. Nice piece of kit. Very, very expensive. And, yeah, I'm kind of using Vicon equipment again, which was not the plan. It was never planned that I would be continuously using Vicon. Oh, looks like I managed to move that earlier, accidentally. Must have got the SEEDER hooked on it. Now, where do we park the SEEDER? I think under here would be okay, actually. Because I'm going to be making space by moving the other SEEDER out of there. So I think it's okay to park him in here. There we go. And we will go and grab this guy. We can hook up. Just put the straps on. And where's our hose? Here it is. Oh. I can't see anything. There we go. Now then, are you going to come with us? I really don't know how to get the hoses to... how to transport them. I'm not really sure what the best way to transport them is. I suppose if I attach them to a... yeah, I could attach them. That might work. So if we take this down there... we can just park up over here. Oh, it's still there, good. I thought for a moment it had gone. Right. Let's just grab this guy. There we go. This is a problem I've had before. But once he's been attached to a vehicle, he gets very, very funny about being unattached. See, he doesn't like it. What if I move? What if I move the tractor? Yeah, he's still attached to the back of the tractor somehow. Is it because of the straps? There we go, it was because of the straps. Awesome. Right. So... stop you flailing around, please. Flailing like a maniac. And I can't remember to control that one. That's the one. Don't know why we keep jumping all over the place as well. So this sugar beet apparently is on remove tops, which means we should be able to harvest it very, very soon, I hope. So let's switch over to the front tank. We may as well just fill the front tank as we're there. Change direction to emptying. No, we don't want to do that. So, will that hose reach? No, it will not. Ah, this is fiddly. There we go. Now, there we go. Awesome. So, get that filled up. I have no clue how much fertilizer is left in here. Oh, not much at all. Right, so I may have to go and get some more. I will do that. I'll do that off camera, and we'll complete this mission in the next episode, I think. Now I need to work out where I've been, just roughly. It was somewhere over here. But where, I don't know. Somewhere like that. Oops. You know what? Being a bit dim here, the easiest way to do this would be, of course, here we go. That is where we're supposed to be. Just by there. So, let's start you off again. Nice. And yeah, I'll have to get some more of that fertilizer so we can get the field finished. It is on 62%, so we're not far away. And then, yeah, hopefully next time we can do some harvesting as well as some field work on our own field. So, for now, thank you very much for watching. I will see you again soon. And thank you for watching again. I think I just said that. Goodbye.